Yo, what's going on, guys? This is Houston Sports back into the video today. And today, we're going to be talking about the Los Angeles Lakers potentially trading for Darius Garland. It's going to be an interesting offseason. There are so many teams that make it an interesting offseason. I think two of the teams that make it such an interesting offseason are the Cleveland Cavaliers and the Los Angeles Lakers. Both teams have movable pieces that they might move. I mean, you look at the Cavs, I think anybody's on the table in a potential trade. I don't know if they will trade Donovan Mitchell. I think that will be interesting, and to wait to see if they move Donovan Mitchell. But I feel like everybody else. I mean, I think the only player on the Cavaliers that is not available in a trade, I believe, is Evan Mobley. I don't think Cleveland wants to move Donovan Mitchell, but I think the only guy that is untouchable on this Cavs roster is Evan Mobley. And I think, you could say the same thing about the Lakers, but with Anthony Davis. And, I mean, you can't say that about LeBron because, LeBron decides his future with that player option. But if you look at all the other players that the Lakers have to move, you have Jared Vanderbilt, you have Rui Hachimura, Austin Reeves, who I think if you look at all the Lakers players, I think that's probably one of the guys they don't want to move. You have D'Angelo Russell if he picks up that player option, which there's no way he doesn't. So there's so many, there's so many players on both of these teams, and there's so many other teams that are going to be looking to, shop some players around. I think it's going to be an interesting summer. It's going to be an interesting offseason. I think there's going to be a lot more big trades than we saw in the last couple off seasons. I think it's going to be really interesting. But one of the rumors that's been going around recently is that the reason LeBron James went to the Cleveland Cavaliers game is because he wanted to check out Darius Garland as a potential. Basically, people have been saying the rumors that's been going around is that LeBron was scouting Darius Garland. That's why he went to the Cleveland game. I mean, I know LeBron plays for a different team. He plays for the Lakers, but LeBron won a championship for the Cleveland Cavaliers. That is where he's from. I mean, he can go to a Cavaliers game just because he wants to go to Cavaliers game. Number one, he's LeBron James. We've seen other players go to games throughout the postseason. I saw Tyrese Maxey at one of the, I think it might have been Game 4. I think I saw Tyrese Maxey at the Mavericks Thunder Game 4. Does that mean Tyrese Maxey wants to play for the Mavericks or the Thunder, or is looking at a player from the Mavericks or the Thunder? No. He just, well, number one, there's a lot of Duke players that, or is it, no. I think Maxey went to Duke, right? There's a lot of, or Kentucky, my bad, Kentucky. There's a lot of Kentucky players for both the Mavericks and the Thunder, so that's one of the reasons why Maxey was at that game. But, I mean, players can go to NBA games when they're not playing. But LeBron has two reasons. It's his former team. He won a championship with that team. That's his hometown team. But I think there might be an extra reason to it because there are a couple players on this Cavaliers roster who you could see on the Lakers roster, like Darius Garland, Donovan Mitchell. But I think Garland is a more realistic trade for the Lakers compared to Donovan Mitchell. And I'm going to talk about what a potential Garland to Lakers trade looks like. I don't think the Lakers would be willing to give up Austin Reeves for Darius Garland. I really don't. So let's say, D'Angelo Russell picks up that that player option, which there's no way it's like a $20 million player option, something like that. It's like 21 or 22, I think. I mean, there's absolutely no way you turn that down. I mean, he's a great player. He's a good player. D'Angelo Russell's a good player. He's an underrated player. He gets a lot of hate that he doesn't deserve, but he's not worth $20 million. Maybe 15 at the most, but he's not getting that money. He's definitely going to accept that player option, and the Lakers are going to want to trade him and get something else for him. I don't see them wanting him back. So I would say D'Angelo Russell and Rui Hachimura and pick 17 for Darius Garland, maybe another first-round pick or a couple second-round picks with it. I don't see much more. I think Garland has some worth, but I don't see the Lakers, willing to give up a Austin Reeves for Garland. Garland played 33 minutes per game last year, averaged 18 points per game, 6.5 assists per game. Think about this: if you're going to give Austin Reeves, you're going to have to add another asset. So that's either D'Angelo Russell or that's Rui Hachimura. I would see the Lakers being willing to give up Austin Reeves for Donovan Mitchell. but I wouldn't see them, willing to give up Reeves for Garland. So I'm not saying Reeves is a better player than Garland, but you're going to have to give up Reeves and other assets for, the trade to work out contract-wise. So I don't see the Lakers willing to give up Austin Reeves for Darius Garland because you're going to have to give more with Reeves. I think Reeves and Garland are pretty even as a player. I think Garland is a little bit better, a little bit more talented than Reeves, but I think Reeves is is a great asset for this Lakers team, and I don't see them willing to give up Reeves for Garland. I could see it for Mitchell, though. But Garland, he averaged 18 and 6 on the season. He was an all-star in the 21-22 season and would finish third place in most improved player of the year award, averaging 22 points per game in the 21-22 season. He averaged 22 last year. In his career, he's averaged almost 19 points per game and 7 assists per game. He's a great player. I think he'd be a great point guard for the Lakers, a lot better than what they had this year with Austin Reeves sometimes and D'Angelo Russell. I think those two guys are great guards, but I think when you got a two stars like LeBron James and two stars in LeBron James and Anthony Davis, you need a better point guard than D'Angelo Russell, especially with how inefficient he can be. He's a good point guard, but I think Garland is a lot better than D'Angelo Russell. It would be a big upgrade for the Lakers. So I think it'd be a good trade, and we'll see if the Lakers show interest. But that's the video. Hope you guys enjoyed, and peace out.